That is a freaky looking chicken. Just saying. Welcome back, Minecrafters. This is Boundary Guy 10 for episode 2 on Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved. Last episode I talked about wanting to get some ender pearls, and to do that we need to set up a mob farm. I want to use Minefactory Reloaded's grinder, but in order to spawn Endermen, I'm going to need some mob essence first. I have found a cave spider spawner in a Thaumcraft dungeon tree under a greatwood tree, and I want to use that. Once I get that set up, I want to come down here and I have this room built up that looks really kind of creepy and good for mob grinding. But first of all, we need to get the spawner moved over here. To do that, I want to set up or build a dolly. Here's the recipe for the regular dolly and a diamond dolly. So here's the tree. It's not too far from the base. You can tell it's a monster dungeon because it has spider webs on it. So under the trunk there is a chest and a mob spawner. It's a cave spider spawner. Got it. Awesome. Okay, before we place the mob spawner down, I want to make a grinder, machine frame, and we need 2 books, but we only have 1 leather, so you know what that means. Attack! There, now we have leather. Okay, we're good to go. And there's our second book. Last of all, we need to make an Invar sword and a redstone reception coil. Put them all together, and we've got a grinder. Sweet. We'll go down to the mob grinding room and we'll place it. I'm going to steal one of my furnace generators. And for the tank, I'm going to be lazy and use the open blocks tank. Just obsidian and glass panes. And we have a gold chest for the item drops. Okay, put the furnace generator under the grinder. Fill it full of coal. See there, the energy is filled up in the grinder. Going to put the chest behind it, so any drops drop into the chest. I can still access the furnace generator. And I'm going to put the tank as the wall. Okay, so we've got the tank set up, we've got the grinder. I need to attach the mob spawner to the ceiling. I'm going to place the spawner 1 block from the ceiling so it gets a little more room to respawn. And get out of here. So now we sit back and see if they start spawning for us. There's some spiders. And it just died. One of the problems we might see in this room is the room is a little bigger than the killing ability of the grinder. It does a 5x5, so see, it got that one, it got that one, got that one. This needs to come a little closer. Also, we're getting in some mob essence as well. Cool. Close off this wall here. Okay, so the spiders are pretty well come over here to the grinder. It's not having much trouble getting them. We're getting quite a bit of essence. It's starting to spill over to the other side. I do want to put in a bit of a buffer, so I'm going to add in an energy cell here. A leadstone energy frame. That'll make an energy cell, and let's make it hardened. There we go. Drop the energy cell, make sure it's set to give out the top, insert it to the left side. Generator, and fill it full of charcoal. The energy cell has some power in it because it's charging up the grinder. Once the grinder's full, the leadstone energy cell will hold the power, and there won't be any waste on the furnace generator. Well, I do like having the essence here. It eventually will kind of close off where I can't see inside, but hopefully by then we'll be using enough of it that we won't really have a problem. Or we'll just move it somewhere else altogether once we get a main base idea. Okay, so the farm's working great. We've got almost 2 rows full of essence, which is, let's see, 128, almost 200, over 250 buckets of essence already from just this spider spawner. But what we really want is ender pearls. So let's, I've got the material for a safari net, and let's go ahead and look at what it takes for a auto spawner. Emeralds, magma cream, nether wart. Looks like I need to go to the nether. I don't have any nether wart or magma cream. Made a portal, let's go. Off to find a fortress. Oh, found some ardite. Use that for later. And here's a fortress. Found some nether wart, hang on to that. Okay, got my nether wart. Never did find any other magma cubes, but we can make our own magma cream. Got that. And only have 1 emerald, so we need to go find a village. There we go, a thriving Minecraft metropolis. 21 wheat for an emerald, I can do that. And now we have 2 emeralds. Back to the base to make an auto spawner. Wait, why am I flying back? Forget this. Portal. There we go. Redstone reception coil, tin gear, machine frame, plastic sheets. Put it all together and we get an auto spawner. To spawn Enderman, I need to run some of the essence over to it. I want to use fluid conduits from EnderIO to do that. They take conduit binders and quite clear glass. To get the quite clear glass, you need to put sand in an alloy smelter. So let's make an alloy smelter. Here's the basic capacitor. Make some iron bars, machine chassis, need 3 furnaces, a vanilla cauldron, and finally an alloy smelter. Cool. Drop this down, and it's filling up with RF. Cool. And we'll toss some sand in. There we go, quite clear glass. And to hold the glass together, I need some conduit binder, which we use by smelting binder composite. Comes from gravel, sand, and clay. So let's get some of that. Toss that into a furnace. I also want an energy conduit, so I need some conductive iron, which you can get by putting redstone and iron in the alloy smelter, like so. Make some fluid conduit and some energy conduit. Okay, cool. Let's light it up in here so we don't get spawned on while we're building this. I'm going to put the auto spawner right here in the middle. There we go. Nice and centered. And then I'm going to run the essence over to it and also some energy from here, but we'll do that under the floor. Put an energy conduit under the energy cell, and we only want to extract from this side. Also over here, this is only going to insert energy. Okay, there's the power down. I'm going to run the essence. I'm going to have to pull it from the side so we can't actually see the fluid duct. I'm going to set this to extract. And go down underneath the floor, connect in with the power line, and we're going to set it to insert. See, it's filling up. Essence. That was really fast. Now we need to tell it what to spawn. I'm going to cover the wiring up first. There we go, that looks good. Gonna go get a safari net and catch an enderman. To make a reusable safari net, you get 4 ender pearls around a gas tier. And now comes the hard part, finding another enderman. Let's see. Oh, I see one. I see one. Let's go in. Safari net, go. Haha, caught him. Back to the base. And once again, why am I flying? There we go. Back home. I love the portal gun. So we open up the auto spawner, drop in the safari net. Okay, so I couldn't figure out why it wasn't getting energy. I need to set my energy cell to also give out energy on the bottom side. There, now it's filling up with energy, and I should probably move. There's our first enderman, and he just died. It's working! Very nice. So now I'm getting ender pearls. That's what I needed. So cool, so cool. And the spiders will keep enough essence in there to keep spawning an enderman. So it's going to be an awesome system. Looks good. Very happy with this. I may need to put some fans in because they kind of are avoiding the grinder, but we'll see what happens after that. Well, this is Banner Guy 10, and I'm enjoying killing some endermans. So we'll see y'all next time. Have a good one.